Do you find yourself constantly thinking about the past or worrying about the future, missing out on what's happening right now? If so, you're not alone. Many people struggle with feeling disconnected from the present moment, and it can have a big impact on our happiness and well-being. In this video, we're going to explore the power of now, how to find presence and purpose in every moment of your life. We'll look at why it's so important to focus on the present and how doing so can transform your experience of life. Let's start by talking about the problem of living in the past or future. It's very common for people to spend a lot of time thinking about things that have already happened or things that might happen. We replay old memories, rehash past conversations, or imagine future scenarios. While some reflection on the past and planning for the future can be helpful, too much of it pulls us away from what's actually happening right now. When we're stuck in thoughts of the past, we often dwell on regrets, mistakes, or things we wish we had done differently. This can lead to feelings of sadness, guilt, or frustration. On the other hand, when we're constantly thinking about the future, we tend to worry about potential problems or outcomes. This creates anxiety and stress. Living this way, always focused on then instead of now, has real consequences for our mental health and overall well-being. It can leave us feeling disconnected, unsatisfied, and like we're not fully experiencing our own lives. We miss out on the richness of the present moment because we're not really there to experience it. So what does it mean to be present in the current moment? Being present means giving your full attention to what's happening right now, both around you and within you. It's about being aware of your surroundings, your body sensations, your thoughts and feelings, without getting caught up in judgments or stories about them. When you're truly present, you're not thinking about what happened yesterday or what might happen tomorrow. You're fully engaged with what's happening now. This state of presence allows you to experience life more directly and vividly. There are many benefits to focusing on the here and now. When we're present, we tend to feel calmer and more at peace. We're better able to appreciate the good things in our lives, even small pleasures that we might otherwise overlook. Being present also helps us respond more effectively to challenges, rather than reacting automatically based on old patterns. Presence allows us to connect more deeply with others, as we're able to listen and engage more fully in our interactions. It can also boost our creativity and problem-solving abilities, as we're more tuned in to what's actually happening rather than getting caught up in assumptions or preconceptions. Now that we understand why being present is so important, let's explore some mindfulness techniques that can help us cultivate presence in our daily lives. Mindfulness is simply the practice of bringing our attention to the present moment in a non-judgmental way. One of the simplest and most effective mindfulness techniques is focused breathing. This involves taking a few moments to pay attention to your breath. Notice the sensation of the air moving in and out of your body. Feel your chest or belly rise and fall with each breath. When your mind wanders, which it will, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Another helpful technique is a body scan. Start at the top of your head and slowly move your attention down through your body, noticing any sensations you feel along the way. This helps ground you in your physical experience of the present moment. You can also practice mindfulness by focusing on your senses. Take a moment to notice what you can see, hear, smell, taste, and feel right now. This helps bring your attention to your immediate environment and experience. These techniques are simple, but they can be powerful tools for bringing yourself back to the present moment throughout your day. Of course, staying present isn't always easy. There are many distractions that can pull our attention away from the now. In today's world, technology is often a major source of distraction. Our phones, computers, and other devices constantly vie for our attention, pulling us out of the present moment. To minimize these distractions, it can be helpful to set boundaries around your technology use. Maybe you decide to have certain times of day when you put your phone away, or you turn off notifications for non-essential apps. Creating physical spaces in your home that are technology-free can also help. Busy schedules can be another obstacle to presence. When we're always rushing from one thing to the next, it's hard to stay grounded in the now. To address this, try building some buffer time into your schedule. Instead of booking yourself solid, leave some space between activities. This gives you time to transition mindfully from one task to the next. It's also important to recognize that being present doesn't mean you have to sit still and meditate all day. You can bring presence to any activity, whether you're working, exercising, eating, or spending time with loved ones. The key is to give your full attention to whatever you're doing. Now let's explore the link between presence and purpose. When we're more present in our lives, we're better able to tune into what truly matters to us. We can more easily recognize what activities bring us joy and fulfillment and what doesn't feel aligned with our values. Being present allows us to experience moments of flow, that state where we're fully absorbed in what we're doing and time seems to fly by. These flow experiences often point us towards our passions and purpose. By paying attention to how we feel in different situations, we can gain valuable insights into our purpose. What activities make you feel energized and alive? When do you feel most like yourself? These are often clues to your deeper purpose. Presence also helps us act on our purpose more effectively. When we're fully engaged in the present moment, we're better able to take meaningful action towards our goals, rather than getting caught up in worries or self-doubt. One powerful practice that can enhance both presence and our sense of purpose is gratitude. Taking time to appreciate what's good in our lives right now can significantly boost our happiness and well-being. Gratitude helps shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. It trains our minds to notice the positive aspects of our lives that we might otherwise take for granted. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or challenges, but rather balancing our perspective to include an awareness of the good things too. There are many simple ways to practice gratitude. You might start or end each day by thinking of 3 things you're grateful for. These can be big things like good health or loving relationships, or small things like a delicious meal or a beautiful sunset. You could keep a gratitude journal, writing down things you appreciate each day, or you might make a habit of expressing thanks to others more often, letting them know when you appreciate something they've done. The key is to make gratitude a regular practice, not just something you do occasionally. Over time, this can significantly shift your perspective and increase your overall sense of well-being. Another important aspect of presence is how it affects our interactions with others. When we're fully present in our conversations and relationships, we're able to listen more deeply and connect more authentically. Mindful communication involves giving our full attention to the person we're interacting with. Instead of thinking about what we're going to say next or half listening while we do something else, we focus fully on understanding what the other person is saying and feeling. This kind of presence in our interactions can dramatically improve our relationships. People feel heard and valued when we give them our full attention. It allows for deeper understanding and empathy. Active listening is a key part of mindful communication. This involves not just hearing the words someone is saying, but really trying to understand their meaning. It might involve asking clarifying questions, reflecting back what you've heard to make sure you've understood correctly, and paying attention to nonverbal cues like tone of voice and body language. Practicing presence in our communication also means being aware of our own thoughts and feelings as we interact. Instead of reacting automatically, we can pause and choose how to respond more thoughtfully. Now let's talk about how we can bring presence into our daily activities. Every moment of our day is an opportunity to practice being present, no matter how mundane the task might seem. For example, when you're eating, you can practice mindful eating. This means really paying attention to the experience of eating, the tastes, textures, and smells of your food. Notice the sensation of lifting your fork or spoon, the temperature of the food in your mouth, the process of chewing and swallowing. This not only makes eating more enjoyable, but it can also help with digestion and prevent overeating. When you're walking, whether it's a dedicated walk for exercise or just moving from one place to another, you can bring your attention to the physical sensations of walking. Feel your feet touching the ground, the movement of your legs, the rhythm of your breathing. Notice what you can see, hear, and smell around you. Even routine tasks like washing dishes or folding laundry can become opportunities for mindfulness. Instead of rushing through these chores on autopilot or distracting yourself with music or TV, try giving them your full attention. Notice the sensation of the water on your hands, the smell of the soap, the texture of the clothes. This kind of presence in daily activities can turn ordinary moments into opportunities for peace and awareness. It can also improve the quality of our work and make tasks more enjoyable. It's worth noting that being present often means focusing on one thing at a time, rather than multitasking. While we often think multitasking makes us more productive, research shows that it actually reduces our efficiency and increases stress. When we give our full attention to one task at a time, we tend to do it better and faster, and we feel calmer in the process. Of course, staying present isn't always easy. There will be challenges as you try to cultivate more presence in your life. It's important to be patient and kind with yourself as you develop this new habit. One common challenge is that our minds are used to wandering. You might find that as soon as you try to focus on the present moment, your thoughts start drifting to other things. This is completely normal. The key is not to get frustrated or judge yourself when this happens. Simply notice that your mind has wandered and gently bring your attention back to the present. Another challenge can be difficult emotions. Sometimes being present means facing feelings we'd rather avoid, like anxiety, sadness, or anger. Remember that the goal of presence isn't to feel good all the time, but to be fully aware of our experience, whatever it is. Often, allowing ourselves to fully feel and acknowledge these emotions can help them pass more quickly. You might also find it challenging to stay present in certain situations, like when you're stressed or tired. In these moments, even a few deep breaths can help bring you back to the present. Be patient with yourself and remember that presence is a skill that develops with practice. It can be helpful to start small. Maybe you commit to being fully present for just one activity each day, like your morning coffee or your commute to work. As this becomes more natural, you can gradually expand your practice to more areas of your life. The goal isn't perfection. You won't be present every moment of every day, and that's okay. What matters is the overall direction of your attention and the habit you're building over time. As you cultivate more presence in your own life, you may notice that it starts to have a positive impact on those around you. When we're more present, we tend to be calmer, more patient, and more attentive in our interactions. This can improve our relationships and create a more positive atmosphere in our homes, workplaces, and communities. Being present allows us to respond to situations more thoughtfully rather than reacting automatically. This can help reduce conflicts and misunderstandings. It also allows us to be more supportive and empathetic towards others, as we're better able to tune into their needs and feelings. Moreover, our practice of presence can inspire others to be more mindful too. As people notice the positive changes in us, they might become curious about what we're doing differently. Without preaching or pushing, we can share our experience and encourage others to explore presence in their own lives. Imagine a society where more people were fully present in their lives and interactions. It could lead to better communication, more compassion, less stress, and more thoughtful decision-making at all levels. While we can't control how others behave, by cultivating presence in our own lives, we contribute to this positive shift. Now that we've explored the power of presence and its many benefits, you might be wondering how to start incorporating more presence into your own life. Remember, this is a practice, and like any skill, it develops over time with consistent effort. A good place to start is by choosing one daily activity to practice being fully present with. It could be your morning routine, your lunch break, or your evening wind-down time. Whatever you choose, commit to giving it your full attention. You might also try setting reminders throughout your day to pause and check in with yourself. Take a few deep breaths and notice what's happening in your body, your mind, and your surroundings. This only takes a moment, but can significantly increase your overall sense of presence. Consider starting a simple meditation practice. Even just 5 minutes a day of sitting quietly and focusing on your breath can make a big difference. There are many apps and online resources available if you want guidance to get started. Remember to be patient and kind with yourself as you begin this practice. It's natural for your mind to wander, and you won't be perfectly present all the time. The important thing is to keep coming back to the present moment, gently and without judgment. As you cultivate more presence in your life, you may find that it becomes easier to tune into your deeper sense of purpose. You might notice new interests emerging or gain clarity on what truly matters to you. Allow yourself to be curious about these insights and see where they lead you. The power of now, of being fully present in each moment, has the potential to transform your life in profound ways. It can reduce stress, increase happiness, improve your relationships, and help you live with greater purpose and meaning. The present moment is all we ever really have. The past is a memory, the future is unknown, but the now is where life actually happens. By learning to be more present, you're learning to live more fully. So I encourage you to start exploring the power of presence in your own life. Notice the difference it makes when you give your full attention to what you're doing and experiencing. Be patient with yourself as you develop this new habit, and enjoy the journey of discovering a more present, purposeful way of living. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it has inspired you to explore the power of now in your own life. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to be present, to connect with yourself and the world around you in a deeper way. Here's to living with more presence and purpose, starting right now.